Before you start looking at homes, applying for loans, or even talking to a real estate agent, I need you to watch this video. I'm going to walk you through what a mortgage really is, how much you can actually borrow, and the different type of loan options out there, and how the entire process works from start to finish, and not just surface level stuff. You're going to leave this video with real understanding of what it takes to get pre-approved to buy a home. And please, I'll give you some mistakes to avoid. Hi guys, my name is Ivan Simmental, and I'm a mortgage broker, business owner, and I've been in this game for 11 years now, actually over 11 years now. And I do this because I love helping people make smart financial decisions. You see, homeownership is a huge deal, especially when you're the first in your family to do it, or you've been told it's out of your reach. I want to give you the tools, the clarity, and the truth so that you can step into the process with confidence. So let's get into it. A mortgage is a loan that helps you buy a home. Obviously, you borrow money from a lender, and in exchange, you agree to pay it back over time with interest, of course. Most mortgage terms are often 15, 20, or 30 years, and until you pay it off, the lender technically owns the home. So if you stop making mortgage payments, they can take the property back, and that's what's called a foreclosure. But when you stay consistent and pay on time, you build equity. That's ownership. That's wealth. That's why real estate has been a generational game changer. Now, the big question is, how much money can you borrow? Now, that totally depends on four main things. Number one, your income. Number two, your current debts. Number three, your credit score. And number four, how much money you have saved up. You see, lenders use a formula called debt to income ratio, or DTI. They want to know your total monthly debts, including your future mortgage. That's going to be included in all that DTI. They want you to stay below a certain percentage of your gross income. Most of the time, it's anywhere from 45% all the way up to 56%. So let's say you make $6,000 a month before taxes. All of your debt payments, including your new mortgage, should be around $2,700 or less. But here's what matters more. Just because you qualify for that much, it doesn't mean you should spend that much. You need to be real about your lifestyle, your goals, and what monthly number won't keep you up at night or keep you stressed. Now let's break down some common mortgage options. First, we have a conventional loan. These are not backed by the government. They usually require stronger credit and at least 3% down. If your finances are solid, this might be your best bet. Next, we have FHA loans, backed by the Federal Housing Administration. This is great for first-time home buyers and individuals with lower credit scores. You can put as little as 3.5% down, but you will pay mortgage insurance. Next, we have VA loans for veterans or active duty military. Zero down payment, no mortgage insurance, and some of the best terms that you can get. If you are eligible, please use your VA loan. And so next, we'll talk about some terms. Fixed rate loans. This means that your rate and payment stay the same for the entire term. They're predictable and it's safe. You know what you're going to get. Next up, we have an adjustable rate loan, or an ARM. They start with lower interest rates, then they adjust over time. These can work if you know you're moving out, or if you're going to refinance before the rate actually changes. The best loan is the one that fits you. It's not just like a one size fits all or one that looks the best on paper. It's whatever fits your specific situation. And here's real step-by-step on how the entire process is going to work, or works. So first up, we have your pre-approval. This is where you provide your income docs, credit information, and your bank statements. And the lender will then review everything, and they give you a number that you're approved up to. Now, this isn't just a guess. This is essentially like cash. So you will receive a letter or a PDF or an email that tells you how much you are pre-approved for, and that is essentially like cash. That will allow you to go house shopping, and you're going to present this pre-approval letter to the seller of the house to let them know that you have already been vetted and that your income's been verified and that you are good to go. And that brings us to the second step, home shopping. So once you're pre-approved, like I said, now you're working with your agent to find the right home that fits you. So you'll make an offer, you'll negotiate, and if it's accepted, you go what's called under contract, if that makes sense. Or the official term is, hey, we are now under contract. Now, once you're under contract, here's step 3, the disclosures and the actual application. So you sign the full loan application package and you get a detailed breakdown of your estimated loan cost. And so in this loan cost, there'll be your interest rate, closing cost, the monthly payment, and all the terms that are associated with this specific loan. Now, most of the time, your rate doesn't get locked at this time. So numbers can change. They can go up or they can go down depending on how your loan officer team discloses their initial loan estimate. These figures might be inflated just to protect them. So please talk to your loan officer and say, hey, are these figures going to change? Are they going to go up or are they going to go down? Now, once you sign these initial loan disclosures, that brings us into step 4, processing and underwriting. And this is where your loan they get to work behind the scenes actually. So they're taking a look at all of your income docs that you provided. They order appraisal. Again, they verify your job, your income. They check your bank statements one more time, and they get your file ready for the underwriter. The underwriter, they're the ones that officially approve or deny. And we hope you have a good loan officer so this doesn't happen. So they will either approve or deny your loan. And so they are checking every detail to make sure that you really qualify and that the house is worth what you are paying for. So then that brings us to step number 5, your conditional approval. You'll likely get approved with some conditions. This is totally normal. Don't panic. And so this might be a letter of explanation that you might need to provide, updated bank statements, or verifying some large deposits. There's a mix of things that can be added in this conditional approval. And remember, these aren't bad. It's just part of the next phase. So once you provided everything that they've required in the initial approval, then comes step number 6. This is when you are clear to close. So once all of your conditions are met, you get the clear to close. So this means that everything in your home loan looks good and your final loan docs are being prepared. And so once your loan docs are prepared, this brings us over to step number 7, the closing day. So you review and sign all of the final paperwork. You wire your down payment, or the rest of your down payment, and your closing cost funds to escrow, depending on where you're at. This might be title, this might be an attorney state. Once that's done and recorded, you officially own the home. And so this process usually takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks from the contract to keys. So what does it mean, contract to keys? That means when you officially went under contract and when you keys, right? When you officially have your keys to your house, you go into your house. So it can be faster, and this totally depends on the loan officer that you're working with, and it can be slower, and it totally depends on the loan officer that you're working with. And if it's slower, I am so sorry. Find somebody better, or you should have done a better job to vet them. Now, every lender looks at the same 4 things when reviewing your file. And this is what I really want to prepare you for. I know we've already gone through the whole process, but they're going to look at your credit score, your credit history. How do you handle debt? How responsible are you? Your capacity. This means your income, how much you can afford on paper, your capital. This means your assets, and do you have the funds for closing? Also collateral, the home itself. Is the home worth what you are paying for, right? You want to buy something that's actually worth what it's worth and not pay more. It's kind of cool if you pay less, if you renegotiate, but that's another video that we're going to. Now, when these 4 areas are strong, approval is usually very, very smooth. And so I say this because if one is shaky, we're going to work together to strengthen it. I will be here with you to make sure that we come up with an action plan, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, a year. So the longest I've had is a year and a half of an action plan, and we've done it. And so I know that this process can feel overwhelming. And a lot of the times it is a lot because it's something that you're brand new to. It's like me, if I was to go to medical school or somebody trying to teach me how to open up a body, that's going to be a lot, right? Because it's foreign to me. But do not worry. There's a lot of noise out there and it's easy to feel lost or unsure, but we're here to help. We're here to answer your questions. We're here to provide clarity and just make you feel 100% confident and comfortable with the decision that you're making. So know that you do not have to figure this out alone. We've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people navigate this process. And we'd just truly be honored, even if you just need a second opinion or even if you just need advice, reach out to us. We're here to help. And so if this video gave you clarity or made something click, let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, again, just drop them down below, shoot me a DM, a text, an email, we will respond. And so if you're ready to get started, I'd love to connect with you, and you can find all my info down below. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Take care of yourself and your future. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and yeah, turn the notifications on.